to another day on Premium TV. It is Premium Express. Um, it's a brand new day. Today happens to be Monday, and then it's a brand new week. There's going to be a lot issues to be discussed, and so stick and stay. What happens is that today, I think the president has come out to say that COVID-19 is looming the nation, and so therefore, if it gets to a stand, he wouldn't get no option than to go on than to go on what do we call it, lockdown again, as said by the president. Today happens to be the first day of our student in our various schools. We'll be checking on that, and then we'll know what happens in our various schools. Before that, my good friend Francis. Francis, how are you?
Big man, I'm cool, and you too.
I'm fine by the grace of God.
The weekends here, it was stressful.
Well, it is all part of it, you
Pat,
know.
pa, pa, pa.
Obechan, let us say. Yes. Mr. Francis,
Yes, sir.
I think you have some quote for us, and so
Oh, yeah.
I would want
you
you.
see, when I went to bed last night,
Mhm.
and then the angel of the Lord came into my sight, and then gave me an inspirational quote to give to Ghanaians
Okay.
in our days. And the quote says, "When the sun rises in a new day, there are new blessings and upliftment in your life. So hope for the better in the day. Surely you will succeed in it." Hallelujah.
Amen.
I'm not preaching here. This is the meaning of this thing is hope for the glory. You see, if a new day comes to you, there's a blessing. If you are counted as a living, there's a blessing to you. So you need to hope for the glory in life. You see, the people who are counted dead are the one who lack inabilities. You understand?
That's right.
So the ability of you living is a hope of glory, and therefore the upliftment of life and blessings in that new day will give you the enlargement of territories in your way. So you need to aspire for good things, and you need to achieve greater things in the day, and you need to think about how to control your affairs in life. And that is what the quote is saying. When the sun rises in a new day, there are new blessings and upliftment in your life. So hope for the better in the day. Surely you will succeed in it.
Hope for the better in a day, and surely you will succeed. That said by Mr. Francis. It's very simple and understanding. What he simply means that once you have life, you have hope, and therefore, since there's life, we should believe that there's hope for us, and we have a better future. The fact that your accommodation, your rent issues, school reopening issues, doesn't mean that there's no hope. Of course, once we have life, there's hope. It is only the dead that has no hope. But for us, once there's life, as tomorrow comes, we still have hope. We'll be going for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be doing some newspaper review and other matters arising. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Abano edwedie ho nsɛm dawuba ho nsɛm Brenton dia deba ko pe na mekanfo ede ema wo Brands Aid Limited nkoana obetime ne omede dwuma bi te sɛ taxi top advertising, brand activations, billboard fabrications, general printing, outdoor advertising, any afofro bebre omobo eso eda fom sei boko obehu ometira kwan e wo Kwashiman Presbyterian Church no do ni tro sani fa so pepepe obetime afra omoso e wo 0546 944 411 0546 944 411 ana obetimi asra omo e wo mabel for tentan fide eso www.brandagh.com. Brands Aid ana your original branding ventures.
Come back from the commercial break. You are still live on Premium TV, and it is Premium Express right here, one of the best morning shows in Ghana right now. We'll be doing some newspaper review, and then my panelists are seated. We'll be discussing one or two newspapers, and then know what is happening in Ghana right now. Let me go to the first one, that is Republic Press. It says COVID-19 crisis looms as Ghanaians get guards down. Um, Let me come to Francis. Francis, I think the president has come out to say that the cases is on a count now. I mean, it's on a speed, and it is looming us for the fact that we have neglected the safety protocols. What do you have to say about that?
Oh, for we Ghanaians neglecting the safety protocols, I don't really agree with the president. But we are not ensuring it. Some goes to work and wash their hands with their face masks on their noses and their face shield on their noses and everything.
Francis, let's be truthful to ourselves. If not for this update that the president came out to give, I mean, we go round, you and I, you know that we go round. How many times do we see people putting on their nose mask?
Oh, most.
You see most of the
Yes,
people?
To me, I see most. When I go to the market centers, I see most of our market women wearing their nose masks and then their face shield selling. So they are really ensuring protocols in the market centers.
So you think
see,
they are
but
doing
the-
well,
the,
but
the drivers,
Mhm.
the drivers are the one who is causing a lot of problems here because they don't wear the nose masks and then their conductors also don't wear the nose masks. You
Okay.
see, so it's a good thing that the president came in to say that we are not observing the protocols in our days. You understand? So
Right.
looming up everything, he has given us a strict measures now that if he sees you around and you are not with the nose mask or face shield and everything, you be arrested and prosecuted in the law court, and where you're going to pay 7,000 Ghana.
that is right. I mean,
Seriously.
the CI has been passed on.
Yes.
Obacha, I remember also. Omampeni say the COVID, you know, and no more. Say the affair no more. Ujidi say no credit because according to Omampeni, no sabi the ahyehyɛ no yɛndi so ɛti wogye di sɛ yɛ nokorɛ sɛ ɛnom yɛ na ahyehyɛ no so yɛdi so anaa yɛndi so.
Deɛ di kan ma menkyia yɛahwɛfoɔ nyinaa nyame nhyira wo sɛ abere ne abere nyinaa ɔmotena ase no mohwɛ yɛ morning show no.
Right.
Bɛma, to be honest with you, yɛmu dodoɔ no Ghanafoɔ no dodoɔ no a yɛasom yɛ den. Yɛmu bi wɔ ha yɛndi so ɛne yɛmu bi so wɔ hɔ a yɛdi so. Wate aseɛ? Enti no sɛ ɔmampanin no ɛkasa a medeɛ megye tom sa.
Gye tom.
Mese enua bɛma ka sɛ driver fo no me ofa ka bia me de me page me bia me fa ka me hu sɛ driver ni ebi hyɛ ne da ɛna nose mask ne bi hyɛ no ɛna afei so no sɛ ɛba ne passengers na yɛte car ne mu na passengers no krampo no sɛ yɛyɛ 10 yɛwɔ car ne mu a emu 3 anaasɛ emu 4
nti wo ne me bɛyɛ adwene sɛ ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a ɔmampani de ato hɔ no ɛnya adeɛ a yɛdi so.
yɛ yɛmu dodoɔ na yɛdi so ɛna ebi mu so yɛ den edi so eti yɛbɛhyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo kyɛw ɔmo ndi so ɔmo ndi so na ɔmo ndi so sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a saa yɛ adeɛ kodebo yɛ abɛn ebefiri ɔman yi mu akɔ koraa ase ebetu koraa ama yɛ nti yɛhyerɛ ɔmo ada yɛne ɔmo panyin ne adwen na yɛdi so ɛnyɛ saa lockdown ɛbɛsan ba biom yɛhyerɛ ɔmo nti dɛm
Alright.
ɔka
Okay, so that says Obacha, she says that we are still on it, but I think there's more to be done, and so we need to focus on the wearing of nose mask, face shield, and then if possible, wherever we go, we should go with our hand sanitizers, and then whenever the need arises to sanitize our hand, we do that for us all, and then for it to help us all overcome this pandemic as a nation. Let me go to Daily Guide. Daily Guide says that
No, you've not completed to active cases jumped to
I think
1,000, yes.
that is what I read. The looming is what I'm talking about. Okay, so you want to talk about the active cases, right?
Oh,
Okay,
Because-
so now the active cases is 1,776.
yes.
I think it came down to somewhere around 300, and then
Yes.
now we at 1,700. Well, what do you think? Because I personally still think that we are not adhering to the safety protocols. That is the reason why. But what do you think for the jump of these active cases?
Okay, you saying that adhering of protocols is not being observed in our country. I would say the people who came in from outside Ghana, okay, some are in their how should I put it? Some are in their observing rooms, okay, 2 weeks observing in their house, okay. Some are some have contracted and brought into the country. You understand? So this is the case. The airport is being opened up and the foreigners coming in. That means the immigrations and then the security personnel at the airport are not trying to ensure the protocols at the airport. That's why the case has risen up to 1,770.
Because let me come in from where you stopped. I mean, from today, effective from today, the United Kingdom is closing all borders for flights. So, effective from today, there's no flight going to the UK. There's no flight going outside the UK. Do you think, as it's jumping up like this, we have to close our aviation sector again?
Yes. When you listen to Nana yesterday, yes, let me put it that way. When you have listened to Nana yesterday, Nana said if the case rises again, we are going to lock all the borders and then schools and.
I mean, partial lockdown. Let us put it that way. Yeah.
We'll be coming back if
Okay.
the case rises again. So it is necessary that the government might lock it again, and we will all be having.
Obacha, your COVID, se see ade ehuri akosoro. Ugidi se ne papa mu a ana still aye wadwuma ye.
Oh, bɛrima na ɛnyɛ nipa pɛ mu hɔ ɛnyɛ nipa pɛ mu koraa yɛbɛhyerɛ sɛ mesi a case no akɔ soro this time round yɛbɛpa ɔmo kyɛw sɛ ɔmo deɛ baabi ɛhɔ no a ɛwɔ hɔ a na safety precautions na ɛwɔ sɛ yɛtake no yɛfa no nyinaa sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛboa yɛ because sisi a UK astate ato ne deɛ mu mo ɔmo hu sɛ ɔno koraa mu wato ne deɛ mu ɛnna Ghana ɛgya bɛso yɛ
I mean, almost all lockdown. Almost the end is serious, pa.
yes, me papa bi wɔ hɔ no. Me ne ne kasa. Ɔsɛ even yɛhu sɛ ɔna ma bɔnte pɛ bɛfa dɛm.
Yeah.
Kyerɛ sɛ nneɛma mu ayɛ den paa wɔ hɔ no. Ɔsɛ adwuma mu nkɔ adwuma mu nyɛ hwee ɔmo hyɛ inside nko ara. Eti yɛsrɛ ɔmo sɛ yɛbɔ mo twɔ. Sɛ baabi a yɛduru no yɛbɛduru hɔ nom a ma ebi nka ma ɛnkɔ soro ma wodeɛ ɛso ntim bo. Ɛso ɛnte sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɔman Ghana mesi a yɛhu sɛ yɛdi yɛn ho ni ɛba COVID yi mu yi deɛ sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛtena ahodidie no mu saa nti yɛsrɛ mo ada why
Alright.
now yɛba a woa wonim yɛmu bi mu wɔ hɔnom a yɛntumi ɛnka sɛ yɛhyɛ fie because of yɛdwuma yɛ dɛ yɛyɛ wɔ se yɛkɔ
That's
sɛ
right.
twɛde ampo Nyankopɔn ambɔ yɛn ho ban a na kyerɛ sɛ yɛka yɛ dɛ nka ho
That's
nti
right.
ɛno
That's
deɛ,
right.
srɛ mo.
Okay. Let me go to this one. This one says, children returns to school today despite COVID-19. Francis, let me come to you. Do you think that our children are on a safe note for going to school during this COVID-19 era?
I would say yes, because the president has urged the education ministers or the educational sectors to provide washing hand sanitizers and then liquid soap and then washing beads, okay, for the kids, and then nose masks and hand sanitizers personally for these children. And I think they are very, very happy. When I was coming on my way, I saw children in a bus very happy going to school because staying at home is one of the things that hurts them so much because the learning activities on GTV was not activating in their mind. You understand? And always one topic. But at least seeing their friends jumping here and there and moving
Francis,
on like-
I don't think that should be the issue at hand now.
No,
because
you see,
we are not in normal times.
We are
So
not in
if you
normal
still want to
times.
go to school just to go and see friends,
Boss.
it got to a time. Hold on, it got to a time that we have to be in our homes. We can't even go out.
Good.
And so if school reopens and children, now what I want us to take a look on is the safety of our children at school.
My dear, let me tell you something. Children, they don't know anything. It's the teachers who are going to give them the directives of everything that they are going to do. What do children want? I've been a teacher before. The children want to be among with their teachers, friends, and loved ones. You understand? So
But
going
that
to
that
school,
shouldn't
you
be
see,
the case at hand now.
it should not be the case. Nana should or could have stopped the kids not going to school this time.
Okay, so
Okay,
if
but
to
he
you,
has opened up and he said, this time around, please, I beg you, do not let me close down schools again. It's a strict measures, it's a strict warning. But
To be
when I was
honest,
coming,
yes,
children
Oba-
with
Obachan,
nose
hold on for me,
masks,
hold on for me.
hand sanitizers, everything were with them. You understand? Dressed neatly, moving to school the first day in school, and you could see how happy they are. You could see jumping here and there, and it's marvelous.
Obachan,
It's very good.
my member also. Ujidi say safety protocols here on Mampeni say or the amount here called some school. Nose mask, face shield, am I teacher for any hand sanitizers? Nini keka. Ujidi say bebo aye nkoda no.
Emwa, bema, emwa.
Aden.
Hwɛ so ma me deɛ nti sɛ wankasa wo. Wonim saa. Ɛna ne wɔ fie a nkwala no yɛ mmienu, no yɛ mmiɛnsa. Wɔn ani bɛkɔ mo. But here lies the case, wɔn kɔ classroom. Ebia classroom no is not well ventilated. What you say? Now nkwala yɛ kɔ akɔtene mu a, mɛ akɔdi agorɔ, mɛba mɛ room nsa alright. But me ba na ebia mo yare ni bi, obi anim, na me de mo bɛka me nyɔnko a. Ɛnyɛ nya na no bɛnya no. Eti yare ni yɛ pɛ sɛ so te na ɛnyɛ soro na ɛbɛkɔ. Ɔdom wɔn nose mask, hand sanitizer, me dressing neat, ebia social distance. Nkwala nyina ka sɛ mo bɛkɔ school a, especially yɛ yɛ government school no, yɛ na ɛwɔ ɔhaw kɛseɛ. Yɛ yɛ government school, yɛ na ɛwɔ ɔhaw kɛseɛ. Because ebia 60 children in a class. Na sɛ ebia classroom no hɔ no mo hyɛ da ɛnyɛ spacious saa. Imagine what would have happened to the children. What you say? Teacher no be na fam di o. Obe make sure say nani ba wa wo ka say nkwala ne be di agro e be yese. E teacher no ba che say nkwala ne kwa kodi agro betumi di nkwala ne chi say omo kwa kodi agro be monitor obi a yabo adoma. What you say? Yabo adoma nkwala nyina epie. E teacher no me dey hu say we odi agro ha nti wo say meni kɔ no we yese wo say meni nani betumi akɔ no. I just a classroom one ma.
And Obacha ma membrem we ni masem bisa me bisa say ujidi say enka ewo say ye bie afam bi school no afam bi mo kɔ ansa na ye ne kakra na say ye bie ni nyina because me personally enkola say they will say break asem say ye ma enkola break from kindergarten edikosi ebia class 3 enkola yi nya enkola a wotumi kai say mame hohoro me nsa mame use hand sanitizer but ya mo nyina akɔ school na che say ye boa ma covid no asen akɔsoro pa ana say ye ho adwuma say na odwen
Me no ka say wo dan so man gbegbe
is
school no ye bubu baby what you say eno mu si before lockdown ne beba no me no ka say school no mu si hweye ena nkwala no say so mu ko school eti imagine say be combine two class someone na mo kwatena class ba ko na mo nyede because ye taye say class B na say nko ya ye de nkwala nkoka omo sister class no my de omo suade ho eti class a say ye si hweye building na ye si hweye ya me no wo ka say na sa nkwala no omo ko classroom no mo kwa kusuade a so mbe bo mu no mo suade o say the class no nkwala dodo na class na be koso eti teacher no obeye den na ma onani akonkwala dodo na me nkwala I'm used to my children with me tia mo tia e dia na sa teacher no na ne nkwala na ba ha no se no nkwala no me tia mo enye den entia age so mo teacher no what ya say na bi mo teacher no so ni ho na so obebo ma ya tia nkwala na me ye ne den what ya say eti ya ready de e be kosho because nkwala de mo ye nkwala what me tike mami bi ono number 3 What you say? Kituano ebony eshin in him say. And a seat in the back on my chair. 1, 2, 3, and a kituan shin. Na kituan jam or I say. Or trying to get them up here. No, my maintenance sabo. And imagine all call not no smacks shen all right. In perfume na aqualadio osa because best at 3 years or 4 years. Or when you know smacks, nebia or I say. Na ni fellow student then sa akobona noa. Yare no eco street.
Right.
What you say? It's your show me yare there, through the backo. Mom say even omu pom so mo dio omu lock it down their countries once again. It's your best research. So this time round, no do mu bia. Ya pomucho. Ebe ya ye ma efe bi nko. Omu betumi ahwo mo ho. Omu nko. What you say? And no me share program be say oh joy friend.
Quick one, Bonita Umami.
Na nkwala no. Baku class 3. Baku class 6 and baku form 1. What you say? Ye be so more questions. Na ya mom books because somebody call school near there. Your mom books near there. But realize the case class 3 you know. You say what is the capital town of Kumasi Accra or BBC ya. Original mo say I don't know. Ye bisa classes in you so also I don't. From when you put the only the to me and chum be 3 questions when to me and chum be what you say. It's in collable on ma. Ye to move some exams I den. Abeng. Your must sound profound. Omunko school no munko shiade. Set time I yamu beto yem no. Nebe mu so jare de says abrowa e puma kwen. Ye betu me I den ako school ni man kitwa no so I den. Ako. It's the to me aka no.
Mati na yama enkitwa no so ako. Well, let me go to Daily Guide. This is a story that is very dear to my heart. I mean, Daily Guide. It says pastor kills daughter 9 for being a witch. Obecha se sofu ebe kuneba se ne ba no ye bayfo ana ne ba no obaye uchiri se no kwan so anu no ana wakwa sofu yin ka kwan e wo se onim dipo esan ye san na wa dwen chire
wo sofu mpo na wo ye say kana me church member wo sofu a wo settle dispute unso bi ye bayfo a utumi tutu ni be ye ma no unso bi ye say a wo de nyama tutu ye wo intervening for people
na wa wo ba wo so ye bayfo a utumi kunu there is a reason sir odiku akwala na enya sa akwala na ye bayfo he has his reasons. Yes, of why ya ba no mu bebre na ye dusuma sija dodo na ye dusuma sija. What you say? E ba na nike mu na se hu se ye ho kire ya ye sise.
Mo yin sha akwala ne kom. Akwala ne ye beifo, owo no no wan hu so ye beifo. 1 year 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 solid years. Now what to me afa se kan etutwa akwala na woku akwala ne sa akwala ne ye beifo. Dey nti na obeya sa oyo ba time. Adan abadan ni niyem akwala no wan brands na oye den onya no adenti na sofo wo sa wo yesa akwala ne ye beifo anya mpa na obebo ama no akwala no ye beifo a nkola beye omo ye wan emuden obetumi akun sofo no ko obetumi akun
what you say but when to me nkun sofo no ono what na tse ne papa e bia na hunim se akwala ne beye krampo no de bo ho bai se bokun won so to ade when you be first to obeje
let me come to my brother Francis. Francis, you being a man and almost a man of God, thinking that I mean, why are you laughing? Because you know, you and I know. I mean, even yesterday you were preaching. I mean, we have to let the audience know that yes, you have the God willing in you. You being a man of God and then seeing this a pastor killing the daughter because she's a witch. I mean, what I want you to advise us on it. That let me assure our viewers that tomorrow we will go deep into these cases. We will call some people and then victims of these issues to find out what really is the problem. If okay, my producers, you can do that for me. If we can get somebody to talk on that and then to know more that is it right to kill your daughter because she's a witch? I will leave that to my producers to get somebody on the line so that we speak to him or her. And Francis, let me get to you. What do you think about this issue?
When the Bible says the Spirit of God comes in different gifts,
Yeah.
some are meant to be pastors, some are meant to be prophets, some are meant to be evangelists,
Yeah, that's
some
right.
are meant to be apostles, some are meant to be bishops. You understand? In that case, the PASTOS or PASTOR, pastor, is a title to your name. He is my pastor. Pastor means you are to pasture the shepherd of God,
Okay.
not to kill someone. We have killers, serial killers. Even in the Bible, we have some. Some kill their children and ate them. Okay? Others said yes. Some killed their children and wanted to take others' husband in the reigns of King Solomon. And you call yourself a pastor to kill a 9-year-old daughter. When we go through the Constitution, according to Constitution, it says no one has the right to take someone's life.
That's right.
So the pastor must be dealt with. Yes. You being a pastor, you are so wicked. There is a hidden secret behind the killing. When the story came, almost all the Kwakwaji schedule for more powers. So what I say, none of the members no etinye ni. Well, kuni say what you pay for. No. Okuni say what the Kwaji powers and it's
Hold on. I'll still tell my producers to work if we can get any man of God for clarification on this issue, because it is very dear at heart. And then if anybody that is willing to speak to us on this issue, let's talk to them and then know more about this issue, because these are issues that needs to be dealt with. The level of hypocrisy and dirty living of pastors in this nation, I mean, is becoming and becoming. And we as people of Ghana need to put a stop to it. Francis, continue.
Now I am about to say it's very painful, very, very painful. A 9-year child. Now on him not just on our one. Now Akla 18 years, 9 years. No one could trace a can't go to great trying to walk and not go to cemetery. Say, where you pay for. When you are plan, why they pay for? Who suffer now from who say we are suffering? Why they pay for? Because when you pay for, I want to mean this answer from. I was on watching it too. No cost several life in prison. Or no what the Musana. Unim dabu, and I only time I ever baby flow up to the Musa.
All right. That says Francis. He's saying that the pastor needs to be arrested, and I mean dealt with, jailed for years, according to Francis. But what does the law really says about this? Obacha, who to a newspaper, mommy. Yeah, me and you be mommy.
You call the Ghanaian Observer as well. Akufo-Addo to scrap some ministries. Page 9 and 10.
Francis, let me come to you. I mean, this has been issues on our heart. Akufo-Addo scrapping some ministries. You and I know perfectly that there have been some ministries that, I mean, they didn't function. They didn't function at all when it comes to evaluation. But they are being paid with their allowance. Yes, so there's nothing to be counted with. What is your take on this?
Scrubbing some ministers doesn't come in a way of not doing their own thing or not working.
Okay.
Every government or every election, the president-elect, okay, appoint new members for its governmental institutions.
Okay.
on the seventh elections or the seventh presidential elections, you need to dissolve the seventh ministerial appointees, and then the seventh parliament need to be what dissolved. Okay, that is where the new changes come in. Maybe some of them are weak and they can't try to do the active work of the ministry, and always depending on the deputy. And a deputy in the age, it's the government will see, then if you are weak there, then let me hand over to your deputy, okay, and appoint a new deputy into that one. So the ministers being scrapped and on any issue we have dissolvement or dissolving ministerial positions, no more sounds are appointed for.
But Francis, my member, when him say, on a normal note, the president came all the way from 70 ministers to 120. At the point, it was even more than that. You and I know that there were some ministries that were not important. You and I know some ministry like, let me take this man, senior minister. I mean, did you think that at a point in time, senior minister is so important to the nation? Because we all the ministers had their functions, and we have ministry of evaluation. So why then does senior minister comes in?
Senior minister is very important.
Why?
In all organizations. The reason why senior minister is important, we have general manager, CEO, right?
Yeah.
Under him we have GM. What I say?
That's right.
Good. Under him we have PM, programs manager. It is GM, programs manager. It is a senior minister. No one check a minister position and what you need to man. So I say ministers ne BBA this I had to say teacher ni extra day. Now in the class he or she has what? Class captain or class captains under her. So it is only one man. The class captains activate the class to do their work. You understand? So as a senior minister, it is very good to check all the ministers, and it's very important in the ministerial positions, okay, so that they can it could be a source of counsel, and then a set of advice, and then a set of grip to shape them in line to make sure they are doing the right thing. Yes.
Obachi ama member also. Obampeni say ministries ni bi wo a obeti egu. If you say wa he we won say ehun na emwa na aban. Odwene mo say.
So we say emwa na aban. Na so beti egu a e was so ye. What you say? E was so ye because say ebia menim say wo tibia bi mu ana say o ye peni bi nanka e was say minya wo so mfaso e wo ko bi a mede wato ano ana say mede wato baby na wo say minya ho mfaso na menya sa mfaso na mfiri ho a e was say me you free sa position no what you say enti se we hu say positions bi wo ho no mo ministries bi wo ho no na say wo so gun na say betumi ama na djuma obeye na behi ha no ho behi ha no ama na etumi achieve before the end of his 4 years term na I was so yeah what I say because ni papa ye mu ni nyina ye den ye pe what I say e bia hu no say ote so a ana say oguna say scan anka wo so di tua sa ankrofo ni nyina aka no odbehwe man ni puntum what I say but mu wo hono mu na say mu nya hwe na say me mam sika no na say o man ni puntu enkoso a den na wo say me ye wase mitumi eyimu nyina free o na scan me de show man puntum me de shed baby o me show am beboa me ama o man na eden akoso ti na mitumi akafa ho.
Okay. Trust me.
The same Ghanaian observer no hono GES boss Professor Opoku Amankwa say reopening of schools assures public of safety.
I think so.
Yeah. And NDC cries files over composition of election petition panel.
Okay.
John Dramani Mahama.
That is another issue we'll be going in deeply. That's right.
Yeah. And I so you call the dispatch muswa a peep into Akufado's appointments. of ministries of to reduce, yeah, to be reduced.
I'm talking about a peep of Akufo-Addo's appointment. I mean, we all know that there were this shuffle that I mean, I was very very surprised, but I believe the president and the cabinet knows what they are doing. Talking about Honorable Kojo Ponkroma being moved from Ministry of Communication to presidency. I was very surprised because he's one person that has done a marvelous job when it comes to updating the public on this COVID issue. He's done a marvelous job. I mean, when it comes to communication, I know. Francis, let me talk to you. Moving upon Kroma from information ministry to the president's spokesperson. What do you think?
It's the same communication from the information ministry to the president's spokesperson. That means everything about the president, Kojo Ponkroma, need to have it.
Yeah.
Okay, everything, the traveling of a president, the eating, the and you same be an Kojo Ponkroma and the thing. No, but the important issues that is happening in the circuit of presidents, okay, Kojo Ponkroma must bring it out. And he did marvelously well in 2016 to 2020, where he became the information minister, giving updates on COVID-19 and also updates on the 4 years of ministerial position being mandated to him as information minister. He did very well. So going to the parliament as a spokesperson is the same communication through that he's going to do. That means the Ministry of Information is under him, and they need to get every update of the president, what they need to do and what they want to do before they bring out an information to the public. You see, and a spokesperson of a president is not easy. PR ain't easy because every mandatory aspect there is on you. The DDM what's on share. Now we could say the DDM a good and as a good. So I say if the president is traveling, he gives the information to the minister that president will be traveling on this day and so. And the president will cover or then on the echo. So I say, or you know, right hand person. Apart from the wife, you know, Kojo Ponkroma is one of the serious ministers that he has got this upon.
Obacha, my memory also, Akufo-Addo aye such a kakra that emu edini enyema ni bi wo wa me say ashoke me say Dr. Opoku say ye no fi Ministry of Education ye na akoshe Ministry of Railway na ye dey obi fufura be shefo na afi so Dr. Okay, hold on, remember. We have a pastor on the line. We have Pastor Prince on the line, and we would want to speak to him on this issue. Eja mema akwaba ediba Premium TV. Yes, yeah, so Papa, yeah, so. Na ensama abetop no so anopa yi ene yesi ebe fro na wakwanya mini pa die o ma enchiremu ye pa ene se eyesofu bi na wakum ne ba wadi 9 years se ne ba no ye beifuo nti wakunu nyame nipa ne edi kan mame bisa o se obi ye beifuo a ye kunu ana kwan ben na ye de ne fa so.
Yeah.
Pastor Prince, ma me bisa wo ɛwɔ unim die mu no wonji ni sɛ ɛyɛ sɔfo yi ne nyankamade bi na ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkɔyɛ na wakum ne ba yi anaasɛ mate ɛja ma me bisa wo me pesa wo ma yɛ enkyiremu kakra quick one nea ɛyɛ Bible no ɛkafa ɛba yie ho pa ɛne ɛkwan a yɛfa so tu ba yie aso yɛwɔ kwan bi anaasɛ ɛyɛ mpaebɔ na ɛwom obetumi ama atu yɛfo wɔ hɔ kakra ma yɛ
awo wo hwɛ obi di sɛ ɔbaa ɛnɛ bi ase nyinara enipa bi abɛtwam anaa generation bi ebo ɛkae sɛ ɔbaa bi ti sɛ Mary Magdalene na ahuhu a ti ne mu ɛyɛ ahuhu mako nsɔn bɛti ma ka sɛ Mary Magdalene wo yɛ bɛyifoɔ wo yɛ ɔbaa okoko ne ni ahohombɔ ne atɔre ne sɛ tɔ na wɔn ni a wɔhyia Yesu no Yesu de ne ba eti sɔfoɔ bi yɛ gyina hɔ ɛma Yesu Mary Magdalene bi ase nyinaa ɛnim obi a osua nkyerɛ no yɛ ka Mary Magdalene ɛsɔre a ahohombɔ ne ti ne yɛ nsɔn ba yɛ ka wɔn ahofi nsɔn ne ti wɔ ba yi mu a wɔde ne bɔ nyamara nsɛm a wɔkita ahohombɔ ba de ohyia Yesu a ɔyɛ ɔgye wura no wɔde ne ba no afei saa maame Mary Magdalene ɔno na wɔde aduhwam bɛgu Yesu n'ase wɔyɛ bɛtwerɛ nanso Yesu ɛkyɛ no no nto so ɔmo bi ɛtena ɔma Yesu yɛ dɛ bi nsi yɛ ɔbaa yi a na ne nkurafo bebree na ho ɛna atɔre ne saa the Samaritan woman but ɔne Yesu hyiaeɛ no onyia wɔgyeɛ apɔso no de ne bae obi kora na ɔyɛ bɛnibɔ nsam Simon na ɔyɛ bɛnibɔ nsam a wɔde bɛnibɔ nsam afa kuro but mmerɛ a wɔhyia Peter no na deadeɛ a ɔhu sɛ saa bɛnibɔ nsam ne ayi no a ɔyɛ no ɛmmoa no na ɔpɛ wɔgyeɛ enti ebi esi da a onyame ɛfa ne nkoa so di wɔn nti sɛdeɛ mekyerɛ mu sɛ Mary Magdalene na mmomfi nsɔn ne ti mu baade wonya wɔgyeɛ but sɛ mmomfi ti obi mu na wokuna sɛ sunsun ne deɛ mu yɛ ɔbɛ yie sɛ tɛtɛ no lack of knowledge na asɔfoɔ no bi a wɔn mu bia bi mu ɛyɛ ɛde ato aba mu na wɔn nso bi yɛ bɛnfo yɛ kutu ba yie yɛ kuku ba yifo ɛde ade nyinaa ɔbɛ yie ɛho mu emu ɛte aseɛ ka yɛ bɛ kɔ ba yie yɛ ku ba yie ɛde ka ba yie ɛfiri ase ɛyɛ sunsun a ɛwɔ ɛketew nipa ɛdi sɛ nipa no ɛyɛ bɛnfo a yɛ nipa deliverance mu ayɛ sɛ last year December na mi yɛ mpaebɔ na ababaawa kama a ɔwɔ sukuu fi ne ne kasa na ne ka kyerɛ sɛ ɔbaa sunsun bɛ ne ɔkasa ɔsɛ ɔnyi yɛ Yesu ɛnu ti yɛyi asɔfoɔ ɛne adiifoɔ si wɔ yɛ papa onyame ɛfa ɛne ɔkura yɛ adiifoɔ ma na ahomfito wɔn a wɔn yɛ didi bɔ wɔn a ne wɔn ano yɛ nyame wɔn ho ɛti wɔn yɛ adwuma ɛnti no ebi ɛsi da a nyame ɛti wɔn ne wohwɛ Mary Magdalene a bi ase nyinaa yɛbɛwu ama wɔn ntoatoaso abɛka wɔ bɛyi sɛ na ɔyɛ ɔbaa ɔkɔnini ɔbaa na ahohombɔ ne nsɔw atɔre no ɛde ne yɛ nsɛm ɛde ne yɛ nyamara nsɛm ɛde ne yɛ dwama nsɛm nanso ohyia Yesu nya ɔdeɛ ne baa ne sɛ ne sɔfo mu a ɔbɛnfoɔ ade wɔkum afiri ase ɛsɛre ho atɔ mesrɛ sɛ ɛm sɛ wɔbɛwɔ problem kakra wa ne nyina no anyɛ ne yie but me deɛ menim sɛ ɔyɛ ɔsɔfoɔ because ɔsɔfoɔ ɛnyɛ saa nyamara nsɛm sɛ Yesu ade ku sɛ bra ɛnyɛ sɛ deɛ wobɛkɔ nipa a wode ase nyina ɛka ɛmu yɛ werɛ kakra
sɔfo ɛne ma me bisa wo wasɛm a etwa toɔ ɛde ma wɔn nyɔnko asɔfo a sɛ biribi sɛ esi a wɔfa akwan afoforɔ so edi dwuma a ehu sɛ ebi mu poko akyire a ne sɛ wɔkum apemfoɔ edidi wɔn dwuma ɛne nea ɛkeka ho afutuo bɛn na wɔde bɛma wɔn nyɔnko asɔfo.
afutuo a bɛde bɛma asɔfo yɛ wɔ sɛ bi yɛ mmiri ɛno na ɛsɛ sɛ obi biara a ɔrehwɛ film TV ehu sɛ Yesu ne mmaayɛ na yɛtwerɛ n'asɛm a asɛmmere mu bie mu asɛmmere ne kɔ bi yɛ a yɛbɛtete nsɛm wɔ yi atwerɛ difoɔ bɛba because adeɛ wɔ wɔ sɔfoɔ bi a wate mu da hɔ no wonyɛ saa nkwasi asɛm mu enti mɛsrɛ me nuanom a ɛhwɛ mu megyina fidie so wokyerɛ wo sɛ mmerɛ no aduru yesu mmaeɛ no aduru sɛ saa wei nyinaa ɛna woyɛ sɔfoɔ nso so na woakɔdi nsuman de yɛ adwuma a mɛsrɛ wo sɛ to nsuman no mu na pɛ sɔfoɔ bi a nyame nsa wɔ no so na ɔnnidi ba wo na bɛmu yesu nante because ɔbɔnsam hɔ ne ne nam a mpase ade na ɔbɛwo ayɛ saa yɛwɔ atɔfoɔ bebree bi mu ɛpɛ mogya kum wɔn a ebi mu dua apemfoɔ ɛde yɛ nyankomade ɛde bɛgyina wɔn ministry a nyame nsa gu wɔn so na twerɛ no kaa ba mɛsrɛ sɛ woyɛ sɔfoɔ na woyɛ saa nka akyiri kristo ɛfrɛ wo na ɛnyɛ saa owu fa wo a ɔsɛeɛ na me nso mɛsrɛ obi biara a wɔntie sɛ ɛmmerɛ no dorodo ɔkɔ asɔre a hwɛ asɔre pa bɔ mpayɛ ebi sɛ wurade sɛ asɔre a wokɔ yi wo nsɛ wo mu anaa na ɔtie nyɛ saa wobɛma kɔto biara tɔmpɔ bebree ama abagyɛfo ama bi ma nonom nneɛma ama bi ma fam owu ebi ma fam a ahwe ɔmo maame mo sɛ ɔmo maame yɛ bɛyifoɔ ama bi mu maame ewu yayaaya ebi mu tiitii ɔmo maame yayaaya ɔtwerɛ ne ka sɛ don't violate the law ɔsɔfoɔ so maame yɛ bɛyifoɔ aduane ebi mu bɛma ɔmo maame so asɔfoɔ nti ebi mu nfa aduane ma ɔmo maame ma ɔmo ebi mu maame di yawo ɛde awerɛhoɔ abu afiri wiase nti mɛsrɛ sɛ yɛnyae saa nneɛma fi ne nyamera nsɛm yi ne yɛmmɛɛ kristo ne yɛmpirikyi kristo nkyerɛ nipa ɛnti sɛ obi ɛyɛ dwamanfo ɔnyia kristo obi yɛ bɛyifo ɔnyia kristo obi mfi ɛwɔ ne mu ɔnyia kristo obi yɛ malam ɔnyia kristo obi yɛ pinsini ɔnyia kristo ne nyina ɛwɔ wiase ɛnyia kristo ne nti na ɔsɛ yɛmpirikyi n'asɛm nkyerɛ abɔdeɛ nyinaa na saa nsɛmmɔne wei deɛ ɛyɛ hu te woyɛ sɔfoɔ bi na wakɔkye aduro na aduro bi ɛma woyɛ saa nkɔm nipa de woyɛ bɛyifoɔ deɛ a na neɛ onyame anu wɔ bi onyame nu wɔ bi di na onyame nso ate mu bɛba so de mɛsrɛ sɛ anuanom no yɛkɔ mpaebɔ a ɛsɛ sɛ yɛfrɛ wurade bi sɛ wurade sɛ baabi a mekɔ no nyame wɔ because ɛwura bɛfrɛ m ɛna sɔfokuo yi ɛwura bɛfrɛ m ɛnyɛ charismatic churches so pentecostal churches first bi mu mpɛnte ebi mu mu a ɔmo nyɛ papa but ne nyinaa nkamfo ano ɛyɛ wurade ɛnum asɛm sɛ mmerɛ ne nkɔ yie a yɛbɛ witness those kind of life ɛno na ɛkyerɛ sɛ yesu mmaeɛ no abɛyi na wurade ɛyɛ nokwafoɔ nti na deɛ mewɔ akyire mu ɛne mafotu kakra bɛma amansan no
yo nyame nipa yɛbɛda ase sɛ yɛto nsa frɛ wo no wogye yɛn so na wo ne yɛdi nkɔmmɔ nyankopɔn ɛka ho
obi biara a wɔtie premium tv onyame nhyira mekyia mo nyinaa na mekyia mr instin so
ɔbɛte ɔno nso ɔgye wo so ɔkyea wo paa yo yate nyame nipa yɛda ase bebree that was Pastor Prince, yes, believers ministry. You heard from him. I mean, he said that the deeds from the pastor is very, very bad and needs to be abolished by the nation. And he calls them. He calls him not even a man of God, but he calls him a mere person because from the act he can never be a pastor. Obecha, newspaper no where we all right, we'll be going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will be going details on our discussion for the day. Mahama's petition at court has been adjourned to tomorrow 19th of January, and we will be getting some videos and other stuffs to talk about it more. And then still to come as well, ambulance parked driver cannot be found. Patient also dying, but driver cannot be found. Still to come as well, Security and Exchange Commission has come out to say that Chai Sentry, popularly known as Chai Mall, is not registered with them. Therefore, if you invest with this e-commerce company, you are investing at your own risk. We'll be getting to talk to some experts on this, and then we know more about it so that if you are investing, you know where to invest. I am your host, Nana Yabua. I am going for a short commercial break. When I come back, we'll continue. Stick and stay.
no edwedie ho nsɛm dawuba ho nsɛm Brenton dia deba ko pe na mekanfo ede ema wo Brands Aid Limited nkuana obetimi ne omede dwuma bi te say taxi top advertising brand activations billboard fabrications general printing outdoor advertising any afofro bebre omobo eso eda fom sei boko obehu ometira kwan e wo Kwashiman Presbyterian Church no do ni tro sani faso pepepe obetimi afra omoso e wo 0546944411 0546944411 ana obetimi asra omo e wo mabefo tenten fide eso www.brandsaidgh.com. Brands Aid ana your original branding ventures.
That commercial break, you are still watching Premium Express live on Premium TV. And before I continue, I would like to do some comments from our viewers across the world. Nanaya Opon says, is he really a pastor? Can't you deliver your daughter? You claim you are a pastor. So what's the purpose of being a pastor? That is Nanaya. He says that if you claim to be a pastor, then why can't you deliver your daughter but kill her, you know? Nanaya still says that the pastor should be killed as well. Hey, Nanaya, the way he has no right to take the life of anybody. The same way we don't have the right, you know. So I mean, let's and then this one, Julius Ata Okoyi says, please don't call him a pastor. The right word is a monster. How can you kill your fellow human and still enjoy the title pastor? He's a fake monster. Please read Matthew 24:24 and you will understand my point. Good show, guys. Okay. Oko, I greet you from wherever you are now. Matthew 24:24. We will read it later. I mean, yes, I know. Still, Oko says that, oh, this beautiful girl, Abba, religious is causing more harm than good to us in Africa. How can many riches did this? How can many riches did Jesus or the apostle Paul? It's a big shame, indeed. Oko, it's a big shame to our country and pastors as well. Let me get into this. Recently we finished our election, and the opposition party came out to say that they don't accept the result of the electoral commission. At a point in time, they came out with a press that President Akufo-Addo is a president for half of a nation, but not the whole Ghana. By so doing, they petitioned electoral commission and then President Akufo-Addo, and then the court went on first appearance, and then the petitioners came on a motion that there were one or two mistakes in the filing of petition, such as the date of filing was changed from instead of 2021, they did it 2020, which is a past year. And then same again, instead of petitioning electoral commission to run another election between the NDC, President Mahama and His Excellency Akufo-Addo, they rather change it to run election between President Mahama and the Electoral Commission. And so these are petty mistakes that were made by the opposition party. Therefore, they filed a motion to go and then change it. The court accepted it, and then they went on. The court adjourned the case to tomorrow, that is the 19th of January. We will go and then first listen to the NDC lawyers, what they said after the motion was granted. We will go and then have a listen to it. Afterwards, we will still listen to have a look at the MPPs and lawyers as well, and then a couple of communications between Mahama and then Chachu Chikata. They were having one or two conversations. You know, when it comes to these issues, these are people that, I mean, we really look out for when it comes to court issues like this. And so we will go and then watch the press briefing from the NDC and then the MPP right now.
The EC opposed the amendment on the basis that the amendment was making reference to a writ. When the face of the document that has been filed is a petition, that affidavit in the position by the EC was sworn to by Jim Mensah. So once again, the trademark incompetence of the EC was played out in the court. The court rose, came back, and indicated that the amendment we are seeking was a harmless one. That amendment was not going to change the nature of our petition, and that it has so granted the amendment. And so the court has granted the amendment. We are asked to amend the petition, the petition, yes, by close of day today. Same on the two respondents, and if they also want to amend their responses, they can do so. So I can confidently say to you that the application for amendment was granted by the court.
And the court has given you a deadline to do this. Will you be able to meet that deadline? You already attached.
We have attached a proposal of the amendment. So all we need to do is to go out there and file it with the Supreme Court, the registry, and that is what is to be done. So this is something we have already done, and what is left is for us to file. This is an exhibition of the trademark incompetence of the ECU, because what we filed was a petition and not a writ. And so for them to come up and say that we were making reference to a writ, when indeed on the face of the document was a petition, it's a clear indication of their incompetence.
There was mistakes in the petition they filed. This was said by the lead counsel himself, Chachichi Kata, that they were going to correct the mistakes. We were opposed to the application in form and substance. But as you heard the court say, we are all human beings and we make mistakes. So the court ruled that even though they had made mistakes, it would permit them to amend so that the first respondent they intended to contest with in their petition is reverted to second respondent, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic. So that was what happened. In essence, the court is telling all of us that we make mistakes. So we should be kind to the errors committed by others. Well, that preliminary objection we have raised is in our answer, is embodied in our answer. So we are going to come to court on the 19th, which is Tuesday, and that'll be the pre-trial. So the court will determine the course of the petition. Indeed, they have been ordered by the court to file the amended process by 4 p.m. close of day today, and we have also to file by 4 p.m. on Friday. Then on Tuesday, we come back to court.
As well, they have all accepted the motion. Therefore, they are waiting for the 19th of January for them to come back and then continue with the petition. Francis, let me come to you. What is your expectation in this petition?
Expectation in this petition. My expectation would be a peaceful argument in law court, and the nine chief justice members, headed by Justice Anim, who is going to sit on this case, and 2012, it has been a first case that came out. So they are going to refer the archives, okay, to bring out a good settlement or a good peaceful election petition in the Supreme High Court. So, to my expectation, I wish there will be a peaceful argument in the Supreme Court, and everyone or each and every political party will understand the fact that one has lost, one has won, so that they can come together as a team and work to build a better country. And we always say, God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. But our political parties are trying to deter the peaceful situation in the country here into a pact. So we are urging all the political parties and then all the political leaders to come together as one people, one body, one soul, and one spirit to work for the nation.
All right, so one body, one soul, to work for the nation. Obacha, before I come to you, let me quickly go on the members of the Supreme Court panel that is headed by Kwesi Enim Yeboah, and that is the Chief Justice. We have Yao Apau, we have Samuel Maful Sao, we have Nene Amegacha, we have Prof. Ashikote, we have Mariama Ousu, we have Gertrude Tukono. These are the 7-member Supreme Court judges. We also have, quickly, let me just run through, let me go to the NDC lawyers for the National Democratic Congress, Mahama. We have Chachuchi Kata being the lead, and then we have Tony Luther. And then when it comes to Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo as well, we have Akoto Ampao, and then we have Frank Davis. I think that is the man that we just saw in the interview. We have Yao Opon as well, and then we have Kweku Asirifi. And then when it comes to the Electoral Commission, we have Justice Amenuvo and then A.A. Samuel. These are the lawyers for both parties in court, and so we are expecting a peaceful hearing, and then at the end of the day, whatever comes out, it is Ghana that has won. Obacha, court asheda ama Mahama ne Electoral Commission any Akufo-Addo. Then I will share him say Ebekoso, and at the end, then I will share him.
Sir, parties may ruin on better once. When Timmy were coming, Nina, if I am position. Mimi, I am Puanka. Your papa John Dramani Mahama. Anka on resign. What I say? Anka, my own fee crown puppy. What I say? Because we say, Nina, who say, if I shame by a day, I back on your bed, yet the mamma. It's Mistress say. Nini nemu asumdie ya pa asumdie awo man ni omko a omonti omho ase na ma ntoko bi anye den ensi na asumdie nye den embra
asumdie ena yepe ewo oman nim, and so at the end of the day, it is peace we are all looking for. Whoever comes out to be the president for 2020 elections, Ghana must accept him. We move on as a nation and work together as a nation. Now to my next topic. I am going straight to the ambulance service of Ghana. Not too long ago, and then Akufo-Addo went through a procedure to purchase ambulance for the nation Ghana. And then it got to a time every constituency as it stands now has an ambulance. There's this young man that says that the sister was at emergency, and then he went on for an ambulance. he went to the ambulance service, and then what he was told was that the ambulance driver lives far from where the ambulance itself is parked. Therefore, as the time that he wants the ambulance, the driver cannot be available. According to him, he called the ambulance service 119 for several times. He went to the DC, and then the DC told him that the ambulance driver lives at Cape Coast, whilst the ambulance itself is at Ekumfi in the central region. We are trying to get Mr. Afful on the line for more clarifications. He is the victim on this issue. But before that, Obecham, remember also, say, yepe ambulance di yarefo atum di na ko hospital foforo na yebe ko ye say driver no ti baabi na ambulance no so esi baabi odwen ho say sa asem we eto asumu
kra because nipa enkwa ho ene e kasa fa ho se oye obi
Bahima, so put your mommy. My producers, please try and then get Mr. Afful on the line so that we speak to him for more clarification. Obapa, Obachan to us.
Obi like nipa enkwa ho a I was say bring na no why a crowd say sa like ye frewa obaje so na ambulance we kumfi na driver ete Cape Coast ni papa ye mu a enipa su I didn't was about it, sir. Because so we are Queenia, maybe I'll be copia or clancy.
Obecha, so put your mama, my name is Mr. Afful, and couldn't come up. Mr. Afful, good morning, Mama Kwaba Ediba Premium TV. Hello? Mr. Afful, good morning, Mama Kwaba Ediba Premium TV. Yo, me da se me to nsafre o no wajatum yenyan nti yese na unua ba yare na ukope ambulance ukoye no onsanka ensem a ye ka kire o no de eye bebre ensem mu nkire mu ni sen
district capital, I get that church. The ambulance, no, AC, ambulance bill, none for. The corner, my phone, yes, any night ambulance. I'm going to just over the driver. Promise you, that's what they get. Until I think it was the one that Papa. Ah, into the prayer. Now, ambulance, I'm going to go home. And I almost one day said, and the media on that. Driver, the Baba. And I was that, you know, most of our driver now. And I recall district capital, district office or everything, the ambulance, no, then go home DC. The government say, oh, he's also interested in this partner. The ambulance has been there, who move driver, no. They did not be here, no driver. The people come by from the park corner, or can't say, you won't allow them to take it away. Indeed, our emergency meeting, he was even doing meeting when I went there.
Okay.
There's our meeting now, come out of taking a partner, on the way up any solution. The minister for who could now ambulance number, and then not like that. Let me to go to hospital.
Where the Kafra Nashedi. Now, Okope ambulance, no, apart from DC, no, and Kofo, who the kind free ambulance number, Anna?
I should be there. Like I have a Baba in an hour. And then I didn't see this is capital. Not people smoke and say, I have a Baba in an hour time. Okay, I agree. The exam almost 2 hours, half an hour. Let me have a look for DC more. Why you complain now? I'm also kind of the same thing that this is what is happening. Now, ambulance is sure. I said they don't even get the services, and I say it's true. And the driver don't take they are about.
Wow. wei deɛ yɛbɛma wo kafra na yɛama wo hyɛden na wokɔhu wo ne dc no di nkɔmmɔ no ɛnsɛm pɔtee bɛn paa no kafa ambulance no ho
if there is anything, any emergency, then they can even call on the bus. Through driver. Until I saw my ambulance, and even he is very much interested in case I'm that, but no emergency meeting. I'm talking about this meeting. Yes, two of us will take it up. I'm never to crack on this issue because they don't get the benefit of the ambulance. Everyone.
Yo, Mr. Afo, you better was to say your tone suffer or no. You know, only a din common. Now, as some way, you need actually. Now, ya frefre a crofwa, I was a omoka be a far a year a comfy ambulance in the home. Now, ya should say, I was say ambulance no driver woman, and I said I was say driver cutting up baby, now ambulance so easy baby. And see, you better say your tone suffer or no. All right. That is Mr. Afo, the victim of this ambulance issue. According to him, he even lost the sister out of this situation, which is very, very bad. My producers, please try and see if we can speak to director of the ambulance service. We would want to speak to him and know more about this issue. So please try and see if you can get Mr. Ahim or something like that on the line so that we speak to him. Obacha na me wo so wo hwe asemi a papa ya kan ya areho o say okodu ho no wa wo 2 hours na driver mbai ye hu driver ye hu hwe okofa ni sister call ye no na say sister ye nya me die say yakoto ambulance aba say embe ye adwuma na save life na afei die driver po a yetua ne ka ye hu wo bi no ho say
Eti shese enipati baby ambulance ti baby okueni okofum na woja oklante ne ade wo fie na wo wakwako ejina phone obaya da ye wadwuma because sis any sister no ambulance no chese esi wache ye hu ni ra ada driver no sorry to say ye ntia ne ka ananyi tumi engine edi ne e for friendship. I just a distance driver and one bet to me a ambulance na one I said it.
And on your survey, how many say ambulance no? I just say emergency response vehicle. And maybe to me see. I was a one cardi in our home. Now on your obetu a shine no mumunu eti baby. Now a shine no susi baby. I mean
sometimes when we are employing some people I was here because she baby away and baby kai wo if it Cape Coast eba e kunfi kwan wo e kwan bo me 1 hour em say 1 hour 30 minutes or say 1 hour adai mu jinedi na mu fo bi a en pakono e be dedicated to the worker I bring na mu friend na obe den obeji atu because say nipa no wo ya ne dem ground ba o fre na u bisa ye nya so ma kra ye sinti na ye boa ye pese ye asem no kata so mu aso eti mpedifo na ebi mu kra ko ni mu bi eti am sro mu ada omo fo bi o omo tu mu esi o se edwuma no mbeye no no nye
omo fa obi a omo tu mu ho esi o se edwuma no omo beye. Still on this issue we try speaking to what do we call it, Mr. The director of the ambulance service, and according to him, he's not ready to speak to us on this issue.
Yes.
And this is what Ghana is going. This is where Ghana is going. It is very, very bad for our nation that a country as Ghana as it stands now, that we have ambulance. We don't have drivers close to the ambulance. When we try talking to you you tell us that you are not ready to speak to us on the issue. This is so pathetic. But let me come to Francis. Francis, on this issue, we've lost life out of it. Only for a fact that the driver is nowhere to be found. A driver that is being paid is nowhere to be found. I mean, do you think this is good for our nation moving forward?
I would like to share a condolence to Mr. Afo, who lost the sister in a course of saving her life. Ambulance emergency vehicle is an emergency vehicle that takes emergency projects.
That's right.
This is the case that they have a motto that they serve in. Ambulance, serving the nation with integrity. Serving the nation with integrity, and a driver will be at cables. Serving the nation with integrity, and a driver will not come for 2 hours. Serving a nation with integrity, and a driver will be paid and stay at home, enjoying, and lives are being lost in this situation. 380 ambulances were shared to all districts, and ambulance driver must not live in a long distance area, but be within the district, because any emergency or can be. So I say, and all paramedics are being trained to become professionals. All paramedics. And ambulance driver, you are a paramedic.
That's right.
And you school now training now quiet. Quiet then. No answer uniform no light green any deep track green no a share omunti no omo fana. Now omo refi say me no mienu any companies a three attacks no any ye three omo kana. Aya no ma bi won ma ya botisem. Na a whole directorate near a frewa all kase untimi nkasa wo. What nonsense is that? It's a crazy thing. We pay them.
These are issues. I mean,
taxpayers' money.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And why will you do this? Why? No, this is very crazy. This is very crazy. Very, very crazy. Now, if I wish a confi, so I say district, you know, men can say DC or T1 on crown. What's he holding responsible?
I mean, they need to be questioned.
And the hospital now, ambulance needs to know, health directorate needs to cry. What's he holding responsible? So I say, medical teams needs to what's he holding one more responsible?
That's right.
And paramedics no, what say ambulance needs to know what's he holding one more responsible? And it's not just the Jumana Moya Namoya de Moya de Ajafans and now. Miss ambulance at me treat ambulance car. That is crazy. That driver must be arrested and persecuted. Yes. I am crazy. And no maybe one man. Yeah, and what's the year? And what's the year?
I mean, this is a driver that is being paid.
Why will you stay
this
in
is
a
the
distance?
same driver that lives
Why?
in Ghana and say that there's no job. You are being employed and you sleep at home at Cape Coast for several days, according to the DC.
Na musu ye ambulance. Na ambulance na zo be ba no so a o se me nya adwuma. Me nya o man pani, ka me o man pani padia. Ka memme ya chi no. And Mr. Afonso me tuni for say on press on this case. Near to sa driver because
I mean,
Francis
only me nyina wa ha ye be gia to mu say papa yi asemo kan yi enko ba bia.
I was here dear chile. E ba ko baby anything na media men ye wo ho. Yendi ensem na chi. Say what say yakọ ho na ekotie kura na what say yakọ ho kotie. Die tie man ne ba sa. Die tie si ye. Say ambulance driver etimi ayra. On ma what gina wonum sa 2 hours. Okofa taxi call and then you are banner one bonica because taxi driver and Beijing is car 50 cities, 100 cities or Beijing. So I say 2 what lose life they be an precious one ah on no wo ne maame ne papa wu ono kwa ne aka o hwe ne se bibia be okay e di ama no so ati ase wo ma na lose ono so wo ma o won kola ne wo fa ase no one ne be hwe wo what ati ase ono so wo ne de enti se se akoye burden e di ama no na o ti won ma be jira won akofa make can say o pay slip now they are called directorate. I want my money. I want my money. I was a DC should be found.
Asemu ya semua edika.
Also you be found.
Edi chere say ni edikan ambulance service your director wo your supervisors wo eye den na supervisor eye hwe han say driver enkoda fie for several weeks na omba adwuma DC atia semwe when two one na mo bia because according to lady no according to man no e che say okọ DC no ho no DC no e ka kire ni say ampa asem no e asem a wate say driver no omba adwuma na opese odi hu dwuma first of all ya me bi san say ambulance director ewo Ekumfi district or yede ambulance supervisor awo Ekumfi district or yede DC or Ekumfi district or yede sa enkofo miensa we nyina eden na omo ye na omo ye hwe han ama driver e wose ono de enka otina ambulance no ho de bia 24/7 if you say bibia betumi asi no onu mom akọ defie. And these are people we pay with the ordinary Ghanaians tax money. We enkofo a yedi obi wagina wiem atonsuo ene yatene task ene yedi akotua driver ye odafie we obi a wachini wiem ayedede saa ene wetua tax ena yedi ni sika akoma driver we na driver na akodafie we enkofo almost sorry as early as 3 a.m. normal buffet as late as 11 p.m. tax money and yati and yadi akoma driver and defie. My question is our institution really working? Is our government institution really working? Yani bedin semimu ebeko swani nkofo atwetwe nkomo na yehu the truth of the matter. Say aso I was say ambulance si baby na driver da baby ana say I was say ambulance driver any ambulance ni nyina wo faako ana say enhihye ben na Ghana ambulance service aye ama ambulance no say empo say baby ambulance si no enka wo say edan wo kwa driver any nyaka no omo beda ho no say ne be ya emergency bia no omo betumi a respond quickly enhihye ben and a Ghana ambulance service and so I have a assassin will you be this and some women come up now we'll be going for a short commercial break. When we come back we'll be going to a press release from the Security and Exchange Commission that Chai Sentry, popularly known as Chai Mo, is not registered with Ghana Security and Exchange Commission. And this is another issue. This same thing came with Men's Gold. It came with DKB and we didn't know what happened. We'll be going for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll dive more into the issue. Stick and stay. can stream live and know more updates on whatever that is happening, it is Premium TV Ghana on Facebook and YouTube as well. All social media, you can follow us and then know more about it. Obecha, quick one, ambulance issue. Final words. Final words.
My final words, I say. I say me assure say on your no one a victim.
That's right.
Yeah, me assure say on your no one, but on no yet say and no one so, and a baby for in some so.
Sir.
Yeah, it's me per se. I say me be trip. Me per se I say me be trip because say Andra na your president in Kasano. Or can be said death rate na increase. What you say? When we not count the money increase. What you say? It's no me pound chow. I say me yendi train pay for grandpa bepenia. Yen to me coho. Near no more cassa. Near I say me yen show my name so hot. Because I say the answer. Here is the case, Mr. Omehin. Or no, or so on cassa. Or see, I say no, and yellow crack. Or see a yellow crack that, said BC I day.
And only a summer or batch, I am Yadich, say, a summer ba now my young Fumusua. I didn't a moon jim Fumuson. I'm a person, but you're when I hear to us, no more a mutina case.
I say, case where the moon crack beer and you want me. So I need a francasa.
Send no cranima, Nippano, Nuaba, and did no crab baby, no share. A facade.
May I sure say some went to know that they are only a busy grandma on foolish case. A busy grandma on foolish case.
Francis, before I come to you, hold on, let me do some Facebook comments. Nanaya Opong says that Ghanaians do not take things serious. How can a driver be in somewhere and then ambulance be resting in another place while someone is dying? Can't they replace the driver? Is he the only driver in the world? Nanaya, and only a someone higher no. Say, or no penny driver near waka ewo my moana, and no penny driver near ya training. Yen to me some will be, yen to me some will be. Nanaya, say enko for pay juma ye won ye be no be no koda baby ama or no tea. Obi a first training. Yen to me a driver for floor and don't forget to send your comment as well. You can send your comment right here live on Premium TV Ghana and we will read it for you as it is. Don't forget to like our page as well on YouTube. It is Premium TV Ghana. On Facebook it is Premium TV Ghana and all social media as well. Francis, let me come to you. Your final words on this ambulance issue.
Final words is all the paramedics are trained, including the vehicle techniques.
That's
okay.
Right. That's right.
Enti say oni honoma a man be betting to beg. Say driver ni honoma a man be betting to beg. And now say supervisor or honor betting to beg.
Eti eye den na omu nyina antumi anya na omu train driver.
Abro ni beye. Abro and a beye. Because Ghana Muhammad bibi kakra yen tun koda. What you say? Sanity to fool. The kakra man yen yen fan ko. E Jimmy Sem. Nyasa semuni. So na adia was a directorate a wasn't called of friend like I said yeah sorry but API we will try and bring in a new people in a setup because they all go to training as the military goes to training.
That's
and
right.
they are placed as emergency response.
That's right.
Like the fire service, like the military, like the police patrol. So what I say, it is that case, you know, if you are placed as an emergency response there, you should stay around. That's not far.
That comes to my question that so don't we have accommodation for drivers and other personnel at where the ambulance is?
If they don't have, they need to have a place within a Kumfi area that will shorten their distance to get to the hospital. Now, ultimately, sorry, Procopesa, me take posting to me time I'm a pet and I'm a bedroom. Huh? Time I'm a pet and I'm a sorry, so I'm a quadruma. Say a no me bia moyeti. Nami who seriously. And cast me ye Oman Penia and come on who won't send me. I'll let them pay for it. Yes. I'll let them pay for it. National Ambulance I was say a trolley to the command National Ambulance Service. No more share sign same. Ebi mo so di abro. So I say, ebi mo na ye ambulance pa obi on better way or high streets ne so. And so I'm go adenya we've missed our girls and we've missed our women. It we are going in for that. Chimisem my word Sebi
Francis, we are not what to
no,
say.
I shall not fool. I dear, I send no credit, oh, can't, now what? Yeah, spending huge sums of money and conquer tour ambulance and shipping from a driver will sit somewhere and say, I will not come to work whilst we are paying them. It's very crazy. It's very, very crazy.
Okay, so it is very, very crazy. That says one of my very good pundits. I mean, when he gets on fire, he's on fire. And when he's on fire, it means the issue needs to be heard. Let me read this comment. Joanna Boedu is watching us from Saudi Arabia. And he says, nice discussion. And then Amamede is also watching us from Oyarifa. He says, good job done. Now, next discussion. My directors, if you have the picture of the press released from Security and Exchange Commission, please put it on the screen for me. The Security and Exchange Commission has come out to say that Chai Sentry, popularly known as Chai Mo all over the place, is not registered with them. And according to them, whoever invests in this Child Sentry is investing at his or her own risk. Yes, this is a press release, and this release came out some time back when men's gold was booming as well. And today we have issues with men's gold. This same release came out some time back when DKB was booming in the Born and a Half region. Those days we had problems with DKB. Obecha, Security and Exchange Commission abase Chimo omun register one way. Enti wa do sika be ko shemu no de. Ehia ahye. Ade asem na wo ka fa.
Ehia ase na ahye. Mo na wo fom yenu bi a omo de chisanka omo de omo sika be shemu sesia. Me no ka se me microphone yenu a omo sika ewom. All the time omo de omo start. All the time. No de sis, are you not interested? Me say no, thanks. Me am gakrawa. And so me di. Na me san ko invest. O de aka man fa ko ton piota anya krampo de ba me hu ni ntem.
Obecha so mu me quick one. Obi am comment be about the ambulance service. Millicent Do or no so ewo Dubai. I say I don't think the driver should be blamed for this. How can ambulance be somewhere and a driver also be somewhere? Millicent to do. So okay, say you don't think the driver should be blamed. I think you are wrong there, because at the first place, the driver is not supposed to go far from where the ambulance is. That is the first place. And before you are being trained, you go through all these procedures and son what be what we call it, the driver. And before you pass out, you know that this and this and this are your rules and regulations. Say, and what's a go far because it's an emergency response vehicle and to be there to receive. And therefore you need to be around. But some Millicent, Oka say, you to mean blame me driver now. We need more explanations to that as to why you are saying the driver is not to be blamed. Obecha to asoma me ewo chimo issue.
Oh, you know, me dear, make a crowd kitame. But then come fend top your type, but me why then? I can, Eddie. But when you invest, me assure saying prefer to me investing 1,000 Ghana cedis, or do to me what you loan, or go on school fees. There will be a school, or what was Canwanka. You be a school and back to your school fees now. Nenny brisket, or invest this and a baby Cassia. Now, the secret behind the stand is say, Omo we invest in Fitiasiano. Omuna yomunya.
Okay.
Je, say, and ya buy an out tinker, some menuti, no memusamina mediaba. We invest your Benyana dientem, or Baby dear dance at show. Also, Baby, who Benya dear, whistle, it's a 54 feet, you know, people now, was Uncle Musomuniano. No one on a 2 a day, you know. I face uncle for near Yasika. And a day in Tinia Bama on say BBC, Uncrophobia to me about on my papa, say be obeyed BBC back on my name. Nasa woman say, a dear air queen, is Cassam. Yafamas good in your example. She makes your Crawfordia musica poshe, Uncrophobia yap my yard, and prefer a woman eggs, or musica winty, a woman's good at Akim. Now, I didn't know police force won't say, nay, and now for a more con crown documents ben a more sign. I say, BBSC, don't so, dear see, dear quite biasono, Mubenia musica. I know to obey dedicated where invested too much in it. Didn't near Bayesa. We have to be smart, say, technologies, Abba. Yes, yeah, dear.
Quick one, Obecha.
Yeah.
1 minute. Then I will catch a Ghana for
me catch a my need that ho. My mobi and fat near Piedrona and Baba dying. Yama you need that home. Scassam, they say some mind wedding, Scassamono and Huffle. It's may more beyond the country, say, and now you see, I'll be yes, and now you see, Debbie, and we here.
Mate, Obecha say, Ma, yen. First Casem yen bedada huna here. Quick one before I said I call Francis so no. My main kind a year some comment here about Edward Amo says that he's watching from Soto Momanjo. Edward, my good friend. Good morning wherever you are now. And then Kwabeneje also is watching as well. Kwabeneje says, watching live, keep up the good work, bro. Thank you very much, my good brother. You know, we've always been around. This one from Nanaya Kingsley. He says that. So my question is, what prevents the Security and Exchange Commission from shutting them down? Nanaya, I think this is an issue that we need to get Security and Exchange Commission on the line. So my producers, I don't know if you can get Security and Exchange Commission or you can still get Mr. Sani Adib on the line for us. Our time is fast spent so that we can spend about 5 minutes with him. Talking about this, I mean, it's an issue that needs to be discussed because Mondays are really for business here and you need to know where you are investing your money. You get me? That is why Premium TV is here. Give you update on all these issues so that whenever you are investing, you know the right place to invest. We are still discussing on this. My brother Francis, let's go the assembly. What do you think Ghanaians we easily forget issues or we have problem with assessment, investigation before investing? What do you think?
Ghanaians, excuse my word, we lack knowledge. When Men's Gold came in, they tried to double your money. It's a money laundering. And these same security experts came up with Ghana Commercial Bank telling them that Men's Gold is not a place where we can do money exchange or money marketing area. What did Ghana Commercial Bank do? They just stood aloof, and then Men's Gold duped people to get huge sums of money. Now here number one. Now what Dubai? Actually, no trouble in the tweet page. So say, and our Twitter said, Ghanaians money is enjoyable. Seriously. Seriously, Ghanaians money is enjoyable. Not to one more about Dubai. It's very, very serious. But some sort of not playing. I can't to so. Say, I've got
at the
all
point
this.
in time, he claimed he even owns a private jet.
Private jet, good. Also can say xylophone. Any at the promotion bed, ebeba. Now would the young artist are open so the ball. Uji scanner. Oh, a friend of mine went. A friend of mine went there. Okochia 200 Ghana cedis because of the singles I say about out. Now Onya producer. So I say because Shatawale is the brand, and Stonebwoy too is the brand. I say like top artist meaning na omo your brand. Not this guy. Eko honomana yaji nisika. Na yaji nisika. Onim say oba benya producer, and then I say for 200 Ghana cedis. Oh, one man is sending the message say onyo menya de. And so say you now to say yeah, you need a guy. Or so onyo menya de. What just Kennedy? What to be on the tree?
Quick one, 1 minute. What is your advice for Ghanaians when it comes to investing in this e-commerce business? I mean, who nimo enkrofo no?
There may mechanics say, oh, yen Ghana for ne bino, and yes, you go for foreigners ne ba. No better than Hanoma. Oh, you bet me, I say, near to me, into money laundry, cyber crimes, scammers, so as I say, on internet and even the physical face of money marketing. A bad in a bank's angle. A bad thing because the no alcohol or what Jessica could do every bank and their bakushi. So obey your dog. Namasa. Oh, my catch yourself for 1 city, grabbing 2 cities. Audience
Sir, it depends because even banks in Okra. My reason for saying this is that even with the banks, you go do deposit, they do investment, and then later on they give you interest on your deposit.
Who cannot say interest?
Yes.
When we are talking about doubling interest, bank there or interested, but this time we are doubling.
Francis, you know what? I think we have to treat this issue too.
Mama 2 city, first time. Mama 2 city, second time. Do you think 2 city, third time will come on your way? It is not true. It is not. And we invest huge sums of money. On we are not power on the Sikako. Now, if we are buying now, all best was no money in
That is my issue I have with Ghanaians because we were here when DKB came. They cried onto the government. That government.
Was it the lack of knowledge? My people were
Men's Gold came again. Security and Exchange Commission came out to say that Men's Gold wasn't registered. These people were like, whoa. Later on, they came crying on government. Hold on. I think I have Mr. Sani Adib on the line. Good morning, sir. Hello, Mr. Sani. Good morning and welcome to Premium TVs.
Good morning. Thank you.
I hope all is well.
Very good.
I mean, we were supposed to get you in our studios, but you couldn't make it.
Don't worry, I'll explain it off air.
Okay, okay. I mean, whatever be the case, you need to make it a date with us sometime. Mr. Sunny, our question is that Security and Exchange Commission has come out to say that this child century e-commerce business is not registered with them. Yet still, Ghanaians are investing in this. Do we have any implications to this?
Well, thank you very much. My goal is so fresh in our mind. We also in the past have a number of some of these causes that promise and deliver high interest rates. Agencies will take the trouble to not just say they don't recognize or they've not certified them, but take the trouble to clamp down on some of these, policy schemes or offenses. That is the problem we have with red gold in the past. When the Bank of Ghana would say this, the Security and Exchange Commission would say that, red gold would say this. Yet the authorities were not able to close it down. And as a result, a lot of Ghanaians felt this mistake. That is why nobody is able to take any concrete steps against it. So when it happens this way, and we don't take steps to completely clamp down on it, we'll have more and more people that get subscribed. And there's a security implication to all of this, because there's something in security studies we call human security. And it places security or the higher security at the very human development level. So talk about health security, environmental security, political security, community security, and even financial security. Okay?
Yes.
And financial security is basically about people earning a living and able to cater them for themselves to some extent. So if people decide to deposit their life savings, and in the end, if things break down and don't go as they expected, they will become frustrated. And it's like it happened with Ben Gold. At a point, customers broke through, they engaged in couples with the police, they besieged the officers and residents of the owner of Men's Road. Some died as a result. Who knows how many of them have gone into a life of crime, considering how frustrated, how disenchanted they are with the fact that nobody is paying any attention to them. Okay? So financial security is extremely critical. So far as another national security is concerned, that is why it is important that we are able to deal with excuse me, some of these issues before they spiral up to software tools. Before we have more and more Ghanaian subscribers.
Mr. Sani, let me ask you this. Is it necessary that Security and Exchange Commission closes this e-commerce company down, or probably they have to pens down into agreement and then for this e-commerce business to be registered instead, because according to some of Ghanaians, it is helping them get an investment out of it and for them to feed their nation as well. But here comes the case, they are not registered as well. But I read something about child more this morning, and according to them, they've come out with proof with their TIN number, their business registration, and all those documents saying that they are registered. Here comes the case, what do we call it? Security and Exchange Commission is also saying they are not registered. Advising us, what do you think is the proper way to be done?
Well, I'm not a legal or financial expert.
Okay.
But I can only take it up from the security perspective.
All right, sir.
It is completely illegal. It is criminal to run such
That's right.
When a country that is governed by the rule of law, there are processes and procedures to follow. So far as some of these things is concerned. So for me, in the first place, the Security and Exchange Commission and the police have legitimate grounds if what they are saying is anything to do by to close this establishment and to get them to refund deposited money back to them. Else we will have another first road saga in our hands.
That's
which
right.
will need to be more adjustment. And going forward, I think there's a need for education. I mean, we are so gullible. Ghanaian is the Ghanaian thing, it's the Ghanaian mentality. No wonder these days you see on TV all the so-called money government asking people to send them mobile money to the double money for them. And people do it. Okay? And in the end, they realize that it's been duped. We have so-called pastors who ask women to leave their husbands and they do.
That's right.
Pastors who sleep with their congregation and the women willingly give in to them because they say it's a harmonious.
That's right.
So it's a general Ghanaian thing. We are so gullible. We are so unconscious of the real threat of going into some of these things. I expected that at least we know what happened with the men's gold saga. Yet we have Ghanaians with hard years going into it. But it's not always hard years. It is ignorance.
That is my problem, Mr. Sani. If upon all this men's gold issue, and then at a point in time, even with DKB issued in the Brown and Hafo region, with all these issues, and then there's an e-commerce company that comes back again, why would Ghanaian, upon all this experience, go and then invest without them going to investigate whether they are registered or not?
Well, the thing is, like I said, a lot of it is the lack of awareness. Okay? Would you believe that today there are still people who will be called by someone claiming to have mistakenly sent them mobile money and that they should give it back to them? And they do. You and I might be aware about it, right?
Yes,
But
of course.
there are a lot of people, just some few weeks ago, I know of a woman who gave away her life savings, 5,000 to these comments. Okay? And I think going forward, there's a need for education. People will have to be made aware. You might think, oh, but this is common knowledge. But there are a lot of ignorant people out there. Okay?
Okay, all right.
You know, we have a national cyber security policy document which has some pillars. And one of those pillars is education.
That's right.
I think if we are able to get as many Ghanaians as possible educated and spread the word, and we'll be able to get people to be aware about the dangers of investing their money in some of these 2x4 companies.
That's right.
And save us all the trouble because in the end, it affects us. In the end, it is taxpayers' money that is used to settle.
That's right.
Taxpayers' money that is used to offset the debt and all that, which could have been put into better use.
Yes. All right. So, moving forward, Mr. Sani, what is your final words to Ghanaians who are investing in this business?
First and foremost, let me say this. Anybody who would call you to render a service to you, that requires that you pay money first. Whether it is a job opportunity or whether it is a contract for a water treatment company or anything of that nature, please never ever advance money. Never ever advance money, and that is extremely important. If you see a cheap car like Toyota Camry, latest model, going for 10,000, please think. Do you think a Toyota Camry this model will go for 10,000 cedi?
Absolutely
Let
not.
us always think before we make a move. Let us not be quick to advance money. Let us refrain from these, unrealistic, unsustainable interest rates that we are offered. In the end, you might lose everything. It's just like gambling. When you are addicted to gambling, today you win 5,000. Do you know what you do? You use the whole 5,000 and go and gamble again. Then you win 10,000. You will not use half of it. You will use the whole 10,000. Do example again. You win 50,000. Then the last time you use all the 50,000, you have to success. That is how it is. So you might be making interest and reinvesting the interest. In the end, you lose everything. That is how that is what happened with the men's good customers.
All right.
They plow back, reinvestment, and in the end, they lost everything. So I think that people need to really be aware. People need to be conscious. They need to be alert. They need to ask questions. They need to speak with experts. They need to research
That's right.
before going into such investment.
That's right.
Honestly, me when men go started, I looked in all me over and over again. Almost all my friends invested in men's books.
Wow.
I sat back and I went like, the exchange rate, it doesn't make sense. You cannot get this anywhere in the world.
That's right.
There's nothing fishy. I mean, just ask yourself, does it sound right? But sometimes we let greed take over our conscience. It's unfortunate.
All right, Mr. Sani Adib, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure and my apologies.
No, don't worry, don't worry. Of course, we will definitely get you back in the studio, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so that was Mr. Sani Adib, a security expert you heard from, and he's giving us all the necessary information that we need to know about this Chime More issue and other stuff. But concerning this Chime More, I think Security and Exchange needs to come with more explanation, and then the Chime More company itself needs to come out with their activity, their daily routine activity that they carry out, and then compare if indeed they are to register with the Security and Exchange Commission, or they have the right to operate in Ghana as well. Obecha, 1 minute, your final word. 1 minute.
My final word is we should be vigilant. Yama yeninda ho. Bani sikasem na ade because sikasem ho ayede pants. Yama yeninda ho e wo bibia. And I face on check as yam come papa Reverend Isaac Ken Opoku. Nyame Shrine of Amas Chapel. Nyame Shrine pa afa ye producer crew members in ya so Nyame Shrine.
All right. Mr. Francis, your final word. Quick one.
They may say, Ghana, we should stop the money laundering, scamming, and those kind of actors. The agent of force, the market woman will go and suffer. Now later, public Jessica. As I was saying, the same thing on the explanation in the mouth. So the one city the normal first, second, two city. With the third one to come in. It's 2 city only paper try now mama four city. Now the bar a paper one. You might have been near me in now. I just see. Now and Jack says on comma the mommy. I'll take a physics here. And I'm a bra penny raffles. Dropping for so. Make chow. I want ding. It's not me tea. A studio. And I can see a pencil and come a trade young boy. They are crying. I say, and I second case, and so come your boss, Kingsley. And can you know, come you mean discussion saying against me?
That's right.
Because he has given us the opportunity.
That's right.
And I 8 million side. And I tell him, chance on come a tear for Muti in I GM head down because Muti is a Matthias. Matthias. Your boy was Matthias. But down a money and I feel so. The protocols in this one. Now, Yarena Israel. And an ambulance for no so because NJF from say emergency. Now, I'm a boy.
So this is where time will permit us to be. Of course, you know these issues have been issues that needs to be air and semi edika ampa and yeah sooner yebeka. Therefore, we need to go deep into it. For you watching us from home, know what is really happening in Ghana. Let me say a very big thank you to all my viewers across the world, and then especially to Elam members and then to my good friends, Kwabene J, Obapa Love, all the people of Elam, and then to my mom, Oba Charity Yabua, any Rara Fonina, Meda Ubibias, and a special thanks to my producers as well, my MCL, my GM, and then all the workers of Premium Media. A very good morning to you all. Till then, tomorrow we will meet. Ghana is not for one person. Ghana is for us all. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Asemi besini faywa miara. Asemi miara. Asemi besini faywa miara. Asemi besini faywa miara. Obrai besini faywa miara. Miara, enyo miara. Asemi besini faywa miara. Asemi miara. Sina besini faywa miara. Sina besini faywa miara. Obrai besini faywa miara. Miara, enyo miara.